Today we're digging deep in the archives and visiting baseball days past. Welcome back to the Marauders magazine. I'm your host, Joel Gadet. Wait a second, am I even on camera? Marty, what are you doing here? Get out of... Much better. All right, so today we're digging deep in the archives and visiting baseball days past to look back at the playing careers of the four Marauders coaches. We'll also delve into the team's recent Get Your Pink On breast cancer awareness promotion, talk about the Pirates' strength training program with strength coach James Gonzalez, of course put a player on the 60-second hot seat, and pitcher Tyler Waldron will show us how to throw a spiked curveball as well. But first, the coaches. A vast array of experiences from a Major League All-Star game, a first big league hit off Randy Johnson, a minor league championship, and a career cut short by two devastating words. Tommy John. Mart, can we get him under control? Just let's take a look at this. Today they're coaches, but not that long ago, the Marauders' mentors weren't so much in the coach's box as they were the batter's box.
The first time I got the call up in September 1990, and I felt like my dream came true, the first time ever. I remember I went to Three River Stadium at that time and sat on the bench, and there was the light note card posted on the wall, and I see my last name there, so I know it was real.
Marauders manager Carlos Garcia played 10 years in the major leagues, 7 of those with the Pirates. His most memorable might have been that 1994 All-Star campaign.
Carlos Garcia hits one hard into center field for a clean single. And they appreciate that at Three Rivers.
It was my second year as a full-time, and I had the opportunity to make the big league, the All-Star team. And also I was playing in Pittsburgh, so I was double joint and get a hit in the All-Star game, and that was a great memory for me.
Hitting coach Ryan Long also made it to the show, debuting for the Royals in 1996.
Damon's going to be waved home, and Cordova's throw is cut off, and the Royals take an early 1-0 lead.
I remember it clear as right now, and Mike Jersley, manager in Omaha at that time, called me in the office and said, hey, it was after a game. As a matter of fact, he sat me that night. I didn't play. That's what it was. And I didn't know exactly what was going on. And after the game, he calls me in and says, hey, you didn't play tonight because you're going to the big leagues tomorrow. You're going to Oakland. I'm like, wow, I am. So, and it's just kind of everything hits you at once. I think it hit me when I was on the plane flying over by myself, having to join the team in Oakland from Nashville, and getting in that taxi cab and arriving at the Coliseum, pulling up in a big league stadium, not knowing where to go, having to go to the front office, ask him where the clubhouse is.
Playing against the A's in his big league welcome, Long went toe-to-toe with some of the giants of the game.
At the time, McGuire was on their team, and I remember telling myself, I want to go out and, see some history and watch this guy, take BP. And I wanted to go out and see how he did it, and just to see that, and that's what I did. To tell you the truth, I'm sitting there going, how am I going to compete with this?
And it was off another All-Star that Long got his first major league hit. Seattle's Randy Johnson. By the way, Jay Buhner, Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., they were all there too. But a hit off Randy Johnson is actually not something unique to Long. Carlos Garcia picked one up as well in that 94 All-Star game.
We got land right up the middle, and that was special, definitely.
When things get going in the heat of the moment, you don't really see him as the future Hall of Fame lefty. You just see him as a pitcher that, he throws hard and all this stuff, and not give him respect, but you kind of go up there knowing you got a job to do, and I think that helped me kind of bring the allness down, and it was, it seemed pretty like anybody else other than the height and how hard he threw.
An all-star in the minor leagues, pitching coach Mike Steele saw his career cut short by injury, Tommy John surgery, and shoulder troubles. But that's not to say he didn't have his own brush with the bigs.
I got to pitch against the Cubs in Vegas, on national TV, so that was pretty cool with the Mariners.
Steele faced former Pirate and current Cub Aramis Ramirez in that game, among others. And while Steele would have loved to make it back to the bigs, injury did get in the way. But really, he's just fine with the way things turned out.
Could I have been? Maybe a little bit right after, but no. I moved on. I always knew I was going to coach. I always knew I wanted to be a dad, and when I retired, we had a baby on the way, and I was ready to be a dad. I was 26, and I put my time in, and just at the time, I was ready for something else. There's still part of me that we always wanted to pitch in the big leagues, but I don't look back and regret, because that wouldn't have got me to where I am now.
Through it all, Steele does have something unique to the Marauders coaches, though. Something that can help him relate to his players.
I just remember the heat, and I remember the every day, and going from the cold clubhouses to being smoking outside. But getting to go to the beach, and you can't beat that. So no, it wasn't that bad a league. It just got so hot, and so you just wanted the day to get over with, and then it rained, and you had rainouts and rain delays, and so. It always presents its own unique problems and benefits.
Milver Reyes can also relate to his players because technically he still is one. Reyes is making the transition to coaching and actually still appears on the Marauders roster as a player coach. But now focusing on coaching, Reyes still remembers 10 years on the other side, including a 2003 New York Penn League championship.
We made the playoff because like a wild card. And nobody thought we were gonna make it. Soon we're getting in the playoff against Auburn, was one of the best teams they have, best record I never see. And we beating easy. We was like, okay, there it is. We're gonna be a champion. And that team, everything was together like a family.
That's not the only time Reyes was on a really special club either. He also got the opportunity to star back home in Venezuela in the Winter Offseason League.
In 07, when we made the playoff, was a real deal because it was his first year in baseball in Margarita Island. And when we made the playoff, I started learning how to win the game. It's not any more development, you just win.
All four coaches following very different career paths. But there's one thing that all four do have in common. They're all now fathers, and they get the chance to share those past experiences with their families.
My oldest son, he is 15 now, and he always remember that. And he proudly said, my dad's a ex-big league ball player, and he's the manager of the Marauders. And it's special, when you see your kids seeing that, and really emotional when we have a family movie day. So we once in a while popped up those old videos that I have in my basement. But it's very good. I feel pretty good about that.
It's going to be awesome, man. I'm glad that we finally got a little bit of video footage, so he believe me when I tell him now. But I wish that we always wish maybe something different sometimes, and obviously I wish selfishly he could have seen me play maybe, but it didn't happen that way for us. But very thankful that he'll get to grow up and being a part of the game still as a coach, and he'll get to grow up in clubhouses and be a part of that as well. So.
And by the way, Reyes was the only one of that group who was a catcher, and in case you're wondering, his knees are just fine.
They're still working. They're still working. Sometimes I have to catch bullpens and still feel good, of course, next day. Can't get off of bed, but that's okay.
Kicks and deals. And he missed up and away. Robbie Grossman has walked 100 times. He has scored 100 runs. That's the first time that has happened across minor league baseball in the last 7 years. Tonight here at McKechnie Field is Breast Cancer Awareness Night. A lot of things going on to help raise awareness for breast cancer. Among those things, these black jerseys, these black and pink jerseys, will be auctioned off during the game. They'll be worn by the players during the game, and all of the money raised will be donated to Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. That's a division of the American Cancer Society. One other thing that's going on, a pink bra contest. Fans have come to the ballpark wearing decorated pink bras. The Bradenton Bombers have come in decorated pink bras, and theirs will be auctioned off also to help raise money for breast cancer awareness. It's something that they're really excited about.
My bra is flowering because a lot of these women that have survived are really good, and they're flowering, and they're, like I said, when they have their good days, their personality and their just love for life is just really inspires me.
I did a special baseball and a B. My B can stand for many things, which is why I'm very excited about my pink B today. It stands for breast cancer awareness. It stands for the Bradenton Bombers. It stands for the Bradenton Marauders. And it stands for baseball.
My seashell bra. It seems the Bradenton Bomber girls thought it would be a good idea for some of the refs to come out here and support Save the Tata. So what better way than to put on a seashell bra and come on out and support them.
We want everybody to know that we have put on your pink bra, and that's why we have our pink bras on. And it's our theme this year for Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, where we do a walk. It's on October 22nd at the Polo Field in Lakewood Ranch. We want everyone to come, sign up, go online and find out about it.
It's estimated there'll be nearly 300,000 new cases of breast cancer diagnosed in 2011, with a little less than 40,000 deaths. Every year, baseball teams across the country join to raise awareness for the disease and money to help support those who fight it.
Breast cancer now is one of the most curable cancers that if detected early. I found my lump myself, and I was a mammogram freak. I was mammogrammed every year and never showed up. I was fortunate because I got it so early that I was stage 1. I had a lumpectomy, 2 lymph nodes removed, and I did not have chemo. I had radiation 5 days a week for 7 weeks. And I literally missed 1 day of work the day after my surgery. I never missed a day after that. So it's all in your attitude and all the support for volunteers that get us all through.
Pink uniforms, I mean, it's good. Like, a lot of people like it, but it's all about the cost, you know?
Some Marauders showed their support for the cause not just by what they wore, but by what tools they used, with 5 players, including Benji Gonzalez, taking pink bats to home plate, all to help a cause that hits close to home for some of their teammates.
I mean, it's great. You know, it's a great cause that we're trying to support here. I know my grandmother passed away from breast cancer, and you know, there's a lot of women out there fighting for their lives right now and fighting for a cure. So any little bit that we can do to support is, you know, it's great.
I got this bracelet that says 2 in the shirt is the company, and it says 2 in the shirt for tatas. And so, you know, I kind of wear it for a friend back home. She's 25. She has breast cancer, or she had, excuse me. And so everything's going now, and I just kind of wear it just to support her and support, you know, all the women that have it and stuff. So.
Several community groups also reached out to be part of the event, including the Bradenton Bombers, the roller derby team that we met at the beginning.
We are here. We have survivors on our team. We have survivors in our families. We are Bradenton Bombers, strong women rolling for a strong community, and we are out here to support the cause, to raise awareness, and to strike out cancer.
Extremely important. Going through this with her as much as I could and knowing the ups and downs that they go through, good days, bad days. The good days were better than the bad. Especially the bad days are bad. But she's an amazing, strong woman, and I just hope that the research and the money that we can raise for all this is going to really help us support and make more good days.
And the American Cancer Society came out too, where we met Iris Starr, telling us that all women over 40 should be mammogrammed yearly and conducting self-checks monthly. That when caught early, breast cancer is one of the most easily cured forms of the disease.
You could save your life. I've saved mine.
There are only a few games remaining in the Marauders 2011 season. Stop by the McKechnie Field box office or go online to grab your tickets before time runs out. Tickets are just $7 for adults, $6 for senior students and military personnel, and $5 for children. Also, ask about our group rates, picnic and suite options, and promotions. Bring your Little League team for the game and be our baseball buddies. For more information, call or visit BradentonMarauders.com.
Rolling right along here on the Marauders Magazine, it is time once again to put a Marauder on the 60-second hot seat. Our victim today is Tyler Cox. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this, Joel.
60 seconds on the clock. It starts now. Tyler Cox's favorite magazine?
ESPN, the magazine.
TV channel, TV show?
Ooh, gonna have to go with Discovery Channel.
Any particular show?
Right now, it's Shark Week.
I was gonna say. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Gladiator.
If anybody could play you in a movie, who would it be?
Bruce Willis.
Baseball team growing up that you followed, or baseball player that you grew up following?
Chicago Cubs, all the way.
One person you would most like to meet, baseball or non-baseball related?
Randy Johnson.
Could you, if you were a hitter, could you hit a Randy Johnson fastball?
I'd be scared for my life.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
During season, night person.
Any pet peeves?
When people smack their lips when they chew.
M&M's, Skittles, or Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
And finally, if you could have a superhero power, what would it be?
I want to fly.
Where would you fly to?
Just around. I don't know where I would go.
It's Marauders relief pitcher Tyler Cox. You are off the 60-second hot seat. Congratulations. Was it painless?
Absolutely. Thanks, Joel.
We continue next, right here on the Marauders Magazine.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Tyler Waldron. I'm a right-handed pitcher here for the Bradenton Marauders, and today I'm going to show you how I throw my curveball. So it all starts off with the grip, and you just try to throw it like a fastball, and then try to throw it as hard as you possibly can. You come right down through here, and it's gonna kind of spin like that. So it's gonna go right over the top. It's really effective against a lot of righties, a lot of lefties, and get good at it. You can throw it for strikes, whenever you want, or you throw it on the dirt for a two-strike pitch. I started throwing this curveball when I was about a senior in high school. Felt like I was old enough to start breaking my wrist a little bit, and I kind of picked up this curve from a cousin of mine that really showed me that it works, and I always went with it, never gave up on it, and now it's my go-to pitch when I need to strike someone out or get a ground ball or get anyone out. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by, and that's how I throw my spike curveball, and we'll see you out here at McKechnie Field.
We continue here at McKechnie Field on another episode of the Marauders Magazine, and we join you from the strength room now with the Marauders strength coach. It's James Gonzalez. Part of the game that I think people sometimes overlook is the work that goes on off the field, the work that goes on in the weight room. Tell me a little bit about the programs that you guys set up for all the Marauders to keep them strong.
Aggressive injury prevention of injury, maximize the individual's full potential to play the game, and to increase the individual's ability to play the game. A lot comes, within their backgrounds. You got different types of cultures, different types of players. Non-organizational players, organizational players, prospects, non-prospects. Free agent guys. You got a lot of different types of players, and really learning what that player's individual needs are the most important factors for his career. We look at where he's at, his numbers, and use those as parameters to see on where he's most effective throughout his career, because within his career he's gonna grow, he's gonna do a lot of different things.
Weightlifting basically maintains our strength, our conditioning, to be able to go in there and work out every 3-4 days a week, and just helps us maintain the long season and be able to stay strong and keep on hit the ball hard.
I'd imagine that's probably the fun part of it for you, is trying to figure out how to tailor a weightlifting program to each guy's needs, because one guy doing bicep curls will probably do one thing for him, and another guy doing squats will do something else for him, and that's got to be an interesting game for you to play in terms of figuring out what each guy needs.
The logistics of it is nothing, it's not creating the wheel. That's we keep it really simple. Bench press, leg press or squats, increase or develop hip and leg strength. You're not going to get all critical on the eccentric, concentric, and talk about all that, anatomical stuff, because they're not going to understand it. Basically, just really being sport specific. You look for, master compensation that the player might have. A lot of guys, they might have tight ankles, tight hips, different types of muscles, different types of levers in their, in their bone measurements and whatnot, and you tailor the program to assist in those things, because most of these guys, are master compensators, working with what they got and what they have throughout their career.
I think weightlifting is definitely important to maintain your body and try to stay healthy through the long grind of a season, and it's a good program. It's to help you and not to hurt you, so it's good for longevity in the season.
How often do guys lift? How strenuous are these programs? How often? How long? Sometimes you get like workout DVDs that say you can do this in 20 minutes a day. What's the baseball regimen in terms of how often these guys are in here?
Well, it varies for a pitcher, because you got the starter and you have the relievers and the position players, of course. But most of the guys are getting in twice a week. It's more of a maintenance I hate to say maintenance, because if you're weak, are you gonna maintain to be weak? No, you get stronger. You go through your different phases in the program. You got your hypertrophy, your power phase, your strength phase, all those phases. So you tailor it towards that player so that progressively throughout the season they're getting stronger and they're making their gains. But with that said, you can only do so much, because you're limited to your facilities, you're limited to the places that you go, and with long road trips or long games, double headers, you gotta work with that, and the meals that you get at these locations are sometimes a little less than expected. I mean, you want the best that you can for these guys, because the nutrition part is very important, and as long as they're eating right and taking care of their bodies, they're going to perform better. So that's where you have to look at everything as a whole, and then you base and tailor their program to what they've actually endured or they've actually experienced throughout the course of the year.
That's the strength coach for the Marauders, James Gonzalez, here in his kingdom, the weight room here at McKechnie Field. James, as always, we appreciate the time.
Thank you.
More of this edition of the Marauders Magazine comes your way next.
You can catch the Marauders all season long, all 140 Marauders games on the radio in 2011. Just tune to 1280 AM WTMY, your home for the Marauders. Join Joel Gadet before first pitch for the On Deck Show, inside interviews, analysis, and more. Then don't miss a pitch. Stick around to hear the Marauders hit the field. That's all season long. 1280 AM WTMY, the talk station, and your home for Marauders baseball.
Another packed house is always here at McKechnie Field, so we figured while the game is going on, we would take a tour around the ballpark and check in with some fans and see what keeps them coming back to McKechnie Field night after night. This was a lot of fun. All right, we're here with Brad Myers now down the third base line. Brad, I know you make a habit out of two things. One, you take a lot of pictures, and two, you're always at the ready for foul balls coming your way.
Most definitely.
How do you manage a camera and a glove?
I usually employ my children, but they're not here tonight. But it's kind of I don't know. I still don't know. I pick a couple innings to take pictures, and then I'll switch to the glove whenever I get scared.
We're here with Kyle Bruce now, who I'm told is Brad Myers' backup when it comes to fielding foul balls and I guess balls that Carlos Garcia throws into the stands. Tell me about the prowess it takes to be on your toes back here.
Well, see, he gives me a heads up when he gets the camera out, and then I'm his backup. So usually as they ricochet off his head, I can catch them and save the rest of the crowd.
How much of a family, I guess, do you guys become if you're that close-knit if it comes to saving people's lives? I mean, this has got to be fun for you guys.
How many games is it we sit here a year? We're the Box 11 family. And here's the rest of them. AJ and Jen and the rest of the kids.
Let's talk to Faith. Faith, what do you love about Marauders baseball and coming out here with your dad?
Just to be with all the friends and see great baseball.
Here with Michael and Cornell, who are first-time, long-time attendees here at McKechnie Field. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to come out to McKechnie. What keeps you coming back to the Marauders?
It's exciting, the activities for the family, the games, the refreshments, everything. It brings a lot of it's real experience. It's more than just baseball.
The kids love it. These seats are great. Being right here at eye level, watching the guys play, fantastic. We love it.
Have you left with a foul ball in the times you've come here yet?
Not yet, but we're
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We're too busy. We're too busy dancing to the music. We like the music.
So I'm the Bradenton Marauders' biggest fan, you know. Gosh, I wear the shirts every day. I smile every time I read about them in the newspaper, and I check out the Facebook page every day.
Here down the first base line with Angie and Susan. Tell me a little bit about what keeps you guys coming back to McKechnie Field.
It's great. You're sitting right here on top of the field next to the players. The players are great about giving autographs for the kids. It's a fun time.
I was going to say, you guys were just talking about the kids really loving this and running around having a good time.
They absolutely love it, and the one thing I like about it is you can see them from wherever you are. They can just hang out.
It's a fun place for the families and a fun place to keep track of the kids here at McKechnie Field. Back behind home plate here, we're here with Shayna and Estella. You're out on a babysitting trip. Tell me a little bit about what you guys love about coming to the Marauders.
We just like spending time together, and she likes getting autographs and playing games on the field, getting free stuff. It's always fun for her.
You like going out on the field? Is it a good time? Yeah. All right, guys, appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the game, all right?
Thank you.
I like doing like the games on the fields and also the extra activities that you get to do here.
If there was a dizzy bat race between the two of you guys, who would win? You would win?
Yeah.
Are you going to let him say that he would win?
I would win.
He would win. All right, you guys would both win, apparently. Good luck to both of you, all right?
Thanks.
Thank you.
What's the best part so far?
I was in the ice teacher. We had to open the ice and try to win. That was the best part.
One of the on-field contests?
Yeah.
Did you win?
Nobody won. We ran out of time. But one of the people cheated, sort of. They got some help.
But if nobody won, so we can just declare you the winner and nobody has to know.
I was the closest.
He was the closest, so you were the closest. Alex was the closest to winning, so we're just going to call you the winner. Enjoy your rest of the night, all right?
Okay, bye.
We're in the bounce house now, back behind the first base side seats. I'm trying to keep my balance here with our buddy Ethan. How much do you like coming out to the Marauders games, buddy? He likes somersaulting at the Marauders games. We're back here at the Hawaiian Shave Ice stand with our good friend Luis, who's actually in the middle of making some shave ice. I know, Luis, this is your second year as a vendor here with the Marauders. So what do you love about coming out here and hanging out with the baseball team and selling some shave ice?
Well, all these. Attend all these little kids. It's awesome. Just see their smile when they're getting their stuff, and every day it makes my life happy with these kids. Look at her. This is my favorite customer right here.
It's exciting. You know, it's exciting being in a race for the playoffs here at the end of the year, getting down to the wire, and just enjoy coming out to the ballpark every night.
What are we looking for here? What catches your fancy when you come out to a game?
Well, the hustle that the players play with, and just the heart, and you know, this is baseball. It's its purest form here in the minor leagues. You know, we're not watching a bunch of millionaires play for money.
I just enjoyed baseball. I grew up in the Pittsburgh area and followed the Pirates all my life. And I live down here now, and I just come to a lot of baseball games here. I just really enjoy it.
We're here on the first base side now with Steven, Dennis, and Harley, and all their friends from here in Bradenton. It's their first Marauders game, too, by the way. So we're, 5 innings in? Tell me what you guys have enjoyed about Bradenton Marauders baseball.
Not getting hit by a foul ball.
Not getting hit, that is a good one. You guys?
The food is great.
Food is great, Harley?
Just being out here with friends, you know, a great thing to do. You know, when you have nothing else to do, just chill, watch baseball. Pretty good.
How are you guys enjoying your first Marauders game?
Baseball players? Sexy.
Baseball. That's the best answer of the night. This is a family show, but we're going to keep rolling along here on the Marauders Magazine.
Coming out for the excitement, to watch the teams play, bring the kids out to have a good time, just to get out the house. Yeah.
He's enjoying cornhole too.
Yeah.
What do you love, buddy, about coming out to the Marauders? Do you have a good time? I think he's afraid of me. What do you love most about the Marauders?
Cardinals.
Carlos Garcia? He give you autographs? Yes?
Yes.
That's a yes. Ethan's going to enjoy the bounce house, and we're going to keep bouncing around here at McKechnie Field. Payoff. Got him. Inside corner. Scruggs thought he walked, but Erickson freezes him. And it's his 5th strikeout tonight. So that's a wrap on another episode of the Marauders Magazine. The Marauders still have time left in the regular season, so make sure to come on out to McKechnie Field. All the information you need to know is right online. Check us out anytime at BradentonMarauders.com. and we'll see you back here next time on another episode of the Marauders Magazine. All right, guys, good show, everybody. Good show. Has anybody seen Marty, by the way? No? Anybody?